Hey guys! It's Carrie with Mountain Gal Creations. Thanks for joining me today. Thought I was gonna have to cancel. Had some action in the backyard, like a CSI episode going on. It's kind of crazy. Give me a few when you come in. Say hey, hello. Let me know you're here. Bring it up on my computer so I can read the comments. Since my phone don't like to scroll comments. Alright. Come on. Where's it at? I hate the lag. Come on. Hey Kelly. What that is, but hello Linda. Alright. Why isn't my live showing up on here? Give me just a second, guys. Hey Nadia, hey Elva, hey Jean, hey Ruth. No, I missed somebody. Oh, maybe I did. There's Lori. Hey Cookie. Hello Maria. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this. Keep going to my page on my laptop, but it's not bringing up my live for some reason on there. Maybe it's on my main page. Did I go live on my main page? Because I know I done two. I didn't realize that when I went to create the event, I done it on my page, my personal page, instead of the business page. No, it's not showing on my personal page. What? Okay. Am I getting any snow? No. My mom and them back in West Virginia, though, they are supposed to be getting like 8 inches, she said. I was like, whoa. That's a good amount for there. Oh my gosh, why isn't this showing up? I've never had this problem before. I'm sorry, guys. It's actually letting me scroll here so far. What in the world? Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. Usually it just pops right up. This time I had to click into the event. What in the world? Must be a new FB change. Oh my gosh. Ooh, how much snow are you supposed to get there in New York, Lori? It was kind of spitting snow earlier, but it didn't do anything. Like just a flake here, there, and yonder, so to say. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. I must have clicked the wrong event, maybe. I don't know. I give up. Anyway, let's just do this. We have wind chills of 25 below. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this weekend is supposed to be like really cold. Like we're talking, like I've not experienced like negative temperatures last year here in Vermont, but like, you know, it got down to like single digits, but it's supposed to be in the negatives this weekend. Not supposed to get up out of like the single digits till Wednesday or something, so I'm just like, ugh. But Jean, I just, no. Yeah, I love snow. Don't get me wrong, I really do. Um, Personally, the more the merrier since I ain't got to work anymore. But um, yeah, I I love snow. Of course, up here the cold is different. Like it's more of a dry cold too than it is back home in West Virginia. It's kind of more of a wetter, like cold or whatever. So okay, we're gonna be doing the oval board. I went ahead and done some of this. I probably wouldn't have done as much of this, but this mesh, I bought out a lady like on craft supplies, and I guess I'm thinking this is like Joann's. I'm not really sure, but I went to do the woodland ruffle, I think it's called, and like the stuff was just sliding everywhere. It's got a lot of burlap in it, so I couldn't wood burn it, but I don't know, like to do the curl, it was just shifting and causing like the end of the curl to stick up out of the curl, and like the ends were just fraying and going everywhere. So I went ahead and done up most of these because I was taking a I'll show you. I was taking the end of the curl and actually putting like a little spot of glue on there to kind of keep it in there. I don't know. I don't care for this mesh at all, but it goes with my sign, and I need to get it used up. And I really like this sign. I'm not sure where it come from. When my sister and them came up here in November, they brought me some more of my craft stuff from West Virginia. And some of this was in hers, and I told her, I was like, well, that's your stuff. She's like, oh, don't, just keep it. Don't worry about it. So I come across it when I was cleaning my craft room earlier this week, and I was like, ooh, this is really cute. It's kind of wavy. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. But, I was like, I'm going to go ahead, because I've been drinking a ton of hot cocoa. So I'm going to use this sign. So I have no idea where she got it from. It don't have anything on the back. Knowing my sister, it's hard to tell. So there's a sign. I went ahead and put the cable mounts on because I like to let it set up that way I can go ahead and put it on my sign. But here's the cable mounts. For this, since the sign is bigger, because it's, let's see, right at 15 inches. I use the 1 inch, and it comes like with 2-way tape on it, but it's best to take the 2-way tape off and just use E6000 to glue it onto your sign. That way you ain't got to worry about the sign falling off your wreath. Because with that 2-way tape, it'll give in hot temps and cold temps, so it's best just to use like E6000 or I think Gorilla, what is it, like, it's like a gel glue. I'm not sure what it is, but anyway. Okay. Hey, Lisa. How are you? With that, I kind of like this ribbon. And, I think I got this from UITC, actually. And I have a darker brown that kind of goes with the, words. Because it's not black on the sign. It's kind of a real dark brown. So I thought, well, I'll put some of that in there. And then since it had the peppermint stick on the sign, I'm going to go ahead and I think use this too. I'm hoping it'll look okay. Not sure yet, but we'll see. I think I'll do these two together as ribbon tails and put the peppermint stick in the bow. So then I was thinking maybe adding a couple of snowflakes since there was a snowflake on the sign. Not really sure what snowflakes. I brought out the kitchen sink on snowflakes because I'm not really sure which ones I want to use or what'll look best. So I just brought out several that I have. So, okay. Let me... Alright, move some of this out of the way. And, I'll go ahead and I cut, I was doing every other hole, but it was still showing the board. Hey, Patricia. And so I was like, well, we'll do all the outside. And since the inside's a little more scrunched together, I was like, well, we'll just do every other hole on the inside of the oval. And that's what I done. And when I done all of the holes, it kind of really made it, you know, packed tight in here. I didn't really like that either, because you couldn't tell like it was a woodland ruffle. Then you could just see curls. So, like I said, the outside edge, I done every set of holes. Inside, every other. So that makes 30 pieces of mesh. And, I cut it at, 18 inches. Whew, goodness. Can't remember nothing. Okay. So, I'll show you how I've done this. Ooh, very classy. I've only been to a couple places in New York. Queensbury, Lake George, Glens Falls. I really want to go to Albany. Of course, that's a little further. And kind of go to like Hobby Lobby and Michael's there, because the one in Queensbury is always sold out since it's so big of stuff that I'd like to get. But my boyfriend won't go with me. And I don't want to go by myself. So, but I have been to Saratoga. Been to the racetrack there. Been to the casino, but we just walked through. We never really done anything. Right? Hey, Marianne. Oh, you're good. We're just pretty much getting started. I was thinking about, like, delaying my live because we had some action back here in my backyard. We noticed yesterday, like, state police were, like, driving up and down the road, and the city police, and we were like, okay, something's going on. Then they started parking at the scrap metal place that's across from us, and I was like, okay, started getting kind of paranoid, even though I ain't done anything, but it kind of makes you paranoid. So then they, like, was walking through our yard to go in the back where the my neighbor lady beside us here has her horses and stuff. She's got like 4 or 5 horses back there. And I was like, oh goodness. So I was like, what's going on? Well, they started looking at a backhoe back there, and I was like, oh goodness. So it's kind of like an episode of CSI here for a little bit. So it was pretty crazy, but I was like, I ain't gonna kiss them alive. So it all went down pretty quick. They had like a tractor trailer come and get the backhoe, and my neighbor's son was out there talking to him, and they didn't arrest him or nothing. So apparently he must have bought, because he got it 2 months ago is when it showed up back there. So he must have bought, like, I would say stolen property or something. Considering there was like a ton of Vermont State Police and undercover detectives, and it was crazy. But anyway. Okay. I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you all can see what I'm doing here with the pedal. Let's see. I have to move this. Move that out of the way. Okay. So, like I said, I took this, cut it 18 inches. I couldn't wood burn it because there's too much of... There's jute, and I think the red and the white is like a fabric. It's not jute. But, like I said, I don't really care for this, but I want to use it and get rid of it, get it out of my stash, because I just made a big order on UITC a little while ago, so gotta make room for the new goodies. So I'm gonna do I think it's called the woodland ruffle. You take it and curl the ends, which I'm gonna curl it a little bit, and like I said, it shifts so bad that it was causing the ends to come out and fray pretty bad, so I'm just gonna put like a little bit of glue on the end. Excuse me. And I'm going to put a clothespin so it'll hold in place. And turn around here and do the same to this side. Because it will not stay curled. Like, I don't know, this stuff is like kind of slick. Oh girl, I spent more than that and I was just like, oh. Needless to say, I'm glad I'll be going to work here soon for my mom. And I'm glad my boss does pay advances. So, because I called her, I was like, is there any way, like, I can get an advance on my pay? I was like, Lori just got a huge shipment in of mesh and ribbon, and she's got new signs and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I really want to get it because, you know, her stuff is, you know, very well priced compared to other people. So, hey, Maya. So I'm like, she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah. My boyfriend's going to kill me, but I don't care. It's my moolah. Like I said, putting just a dab of glue on this because this mesh just wants to shift too much. I don't know. And then also, like, the ends of this, like, I don't know, the plastic, like, see how far it comes out? So then it gets caught on a lot of stuff too. So I was like, ugh. So yeah, I'm not liking this. So, okay. I ordered before she showed the new stock, and now I have to wait for oh no! Oh no. Yeah, she said on our, chat there Monday in Can-Am, and I think it was even before that, she said it was going to be on the 4th, so I kept waiting and kept waiting. I kept refreshing. Nothing was showing up. And I was like, what in the world? Then she made that post that, you know, everything was being screwed up. I guess they must have put too much in, and it was like, you know, lagging everything down apparently. Okay. So, I take this and kind of curl it under, and then just roll it a little bit, and then just scrunch it up the middle. And see, like, this whole end, I don't know, I'm not like it. Like, I love the mesh itself, the color, but I don't like the mesh itself. It just, I don't know. I guess that's why they say don't use the Hobby Lobby and Joann stuff, but I have used Joann stuff, and it's not been like this. So, I'm just going to put that on there. I'm going to do one more. Then a little bit later, I'll do another one. So I went ahead and done them prior to this since I had to kind of glue the ends. But, so. Right, Cookie? I was like, the sad thing is, though, like, my bank, anytime I try and order from ULTC, like, that's why I like PayPal, because PayPal would go right through, but you can't use PayPal anymore. So when I use my actual bank card, they deny it every time I try and order. Like, I hate it because it's good because it's the fraud thing, but, I mean, it's annoying because every time I have to call and be like, hey, you know, the main branch in North Carolina, I need y'all to, like, put this through, please. So, kind of annoying, but it's worth it. So, okay. And I'm also using the low temp on this too. That way it's not like melting the plastic, but you know, it kind of keeps it there together. So yeah, it kind of does, Lisa. But it's, I don't know. It is really weird. I love it, but like the colors. And the combo went with that sign, so I was like, oh, we'll just do that with this. And then when I got it out and started cutting it and doing some of these petals, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, you can see, like, I'm trying to curl it, and, like, it's already, like, not wanting to curl. Like, the end is just, I don't know, it's all kinds of crazy, so. Alright, this comment. Certainly don't need any more supplies, but wound up another 200. I know! It's like, ugh. And then Monkey said something, Michelle, about doing a sale too, and I'm like, ah. Because I like getting stuff from Michelle. I like supporting them ladies. That's why I also, like, I'll buy stuff from Etsy and stuff a lot of times too. Because I like helping smaller businesses when I can. And I've met some awesome ladies, like, buying ribbon. So I get some good percentages. Goodness gracious, can't even talk. Off on some ribbon and stuff when I order from certain ladies, because I've ordered so much from them. So they're pretty cool, especially Vicky. She's awesome. She even promotes my business on her page on Facebook, so it was pretty neat. A 1,400 square foot condo is starting to look like the aisles at Michael's. I know, it's my craft room. Like, man, yesterday I was like in here, my ribbon racks that's behind me, I have two. I got them from Amazon. They're so awesome. And I know I'm going to have to get a third, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. I really don't. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Like, because I do scrapbooking, so I have a ton of stickers and paper and stuff for it. And, like, I just have too many irons in the fire, as they say. So, it's just like, ah. So, I was organizing my ribbon, what I was going to say, and my boyfriend, he, like, messages me from work, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going through my ribbon rack, and I took out a lot of the unwired and put it in a box, and, that way I could have more room on there to, you know, show the thing, show my other ribbon, and that way I can see it a little better. And he's like, why don't you just have a sale? I'm like, are you nuts? A sale on ribbon? Just as soon as I sell it, I'll need it. So I was like, you're nuts. I ain't selling it. So anyway, okay. Let's get our board back here. Girl, Maya, I have wreaths hanging on walls and bare spots, going, like, you know how, you know, you'll have your bedrooms and your bathroom and, like, down the hallway, like, those little spaces. I have them 3 or 4 down there, because I don't really have anywhere to store them. I don't want to put them in the attic part, because, we have, like, mice, and I'm afraid they'll mess with them if I put them in the attic part. We're trying to figure out the mice situation, which, yeah, I know, good luck, but, yeah, I have them everywhere. Like, every door, I mean, that's crazy. Every wall space. Right, Marianne? That's what she said. Michelle said she was going to do it sometime this week, but she hasn't yet, so I don't know. I guess she's waiting until Lori does all hers, apparently. Hey, Carrie Andrew. I know, Ruth. I mean, I did buy the double garment rack from Walmart. Well, I didn't buy it. My sister actually had it. She used it because my sister used to sell paparazzi. And she used it to put the pegboard and stuff on there. And she went to get rid of it, and I was like, no, I'll take it. I was like, because I can hang wreaths back to back on a hanger and hang them on it, but it's just not long enough. And so I thought about going and buying another one of those and putting my wreaths on them, but I don't know. But I think I'm going to do like a sale or something too. Like, I don't know. People need to start buying them or something. Okay. I'll quit yapping and get to this. I can't yap and do it at the same time at the time, but anyway. Tell Randy to move his cigars. You need more room. Oh my gosh, he has them boxes everywhere. Like, girl, I made him that lamp, and it was like pulling teeth to get boxes. I was like, I need 3 boxes. What do you want for it? I was like, I'm gonna make something. And he'd bring me 3. Then he'd be like, no, I want these 3. And then, like, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm done. So, alright. I'll put this on the board here. I have to do it from the back. That's the best way to do it. Make sure your zip tie is facing the right way. When you go to close it, you want the back of it, the flat part, towards your other end of the zip tie. Zip tie. I have shares in Command Hook Company. Some of mine are a little too heavy for the Command Hook, so I kind of have those on the doors, but I don't have a whole lot of wall space in this house. That's something I don't like in this house. There's not a lot of wall space. Because when they went to remodel this, and Lord have mercy, they had no idea what they were doing. I mean, it was like, the walls are so uneven. I don't know. Anyway, but I don't have a whole lot of wall space, so. In the living room, anywhere. Yeah, my craft room is actually the master bedroom of this house. It's upstairs, and there's no bathroom upstairs. And guys, like, dude, I'm in my 40s. I pee a lot at night. I get up at least twice at night to pee. I'm not going up and down stairs to go and pee. I'm not doing it. I'd end up falling and breaking my neck. I'm a klutz, so I know it would happen, so I was like, nah. Plus, at the time, I had my older dog, and I was like, nah, we ain't doing this. So, we made the actual living room our bedroom, and then, we made the den our living room, so, but even this mastercraft, I mean, it's like busting at the seams, y'all. So, when Michelle, when I was watching her, she's like, oh, I made a thing, I'm gonna use what I got. Like, dude, that's a good idea. That's what I'm trying to do. But then I ordered all this mesh and stuff from Lori. Ay. Anyway. Hey, LaDonna. Oh, I do too. Like, small bladder. It's been a curse from my whole life, actually. Plus, my anxiety and nerves. I have what they call a nervous bladder, too. So, yeah, it sucks. Then when you get older, it's, yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, on that one, we already done our 2. So, this next one, I'm just going to do the outside. So, grab zip tie. And I use I think it's like 6-inch zip tie, 18 pound, if you're all curious. And just put it in there. Bring it back over here. Grab another one of our curls. Slide this one in here. I hear you, girl. That's what I would do too. Convert rooms. I told Randy when we were house hunting, I was like, it's gotta have 2 spare rooms. He's like, why? He's like, your family gonna come up here that much? I was like, no, I gotta have a craft room. Like, and it's gotta be kind of a big room too. Because my craft room back home, it was about as big, well, about 3/4 the size of this room here. I was like, it's gotta be big, man, I'm telling you. You don't realize how big my stash is for my crafts, dude. But when I moved in and he had to bring all them boxes and totes and everything in here, he seen then how much crap stuff I had, so. Yeah, Mom, she was 15 and she'd just been diagnosed with lymphoma, and so, and these stairs, they're actual wood and then they put polyurethane on them, so they're kind of slick. You have to watch like when you go up and down them in your sock feet because you'll fall and bust your booty. And I just didn't want her to get falling and get hurt and stuff. I mean, she was already dealing with enough, let's put it that way. So, be glad you're not driving home. We're in the middle of a winter storm. It's putting down the snow. Yeah, Mom said, I talked to her earlier, because like I said, I called and asked for an advance for where I'll be coming down there working, and she said they were leaving work early to go home because she said it was already snowing and pouring it down. I gotta go through what I have to, but I can't help buying more ribbon and mesh. I know, it is very addictive. Oh my gosh, it's so addictive. No, my friend Lisa, she's back home in West Virginia. I've known that girl for, gosh, probably most of my life anyway. Love her to death. She's one of the sweetest people I know. Yes, very serious addiction. Okay, so this one will do two because the last one was one. So again, I'll show you the pattern. 2, 1, 2, 1. And it's always the outside rows that is all the holes. Inside is every other one. Stick this proper in here. Get another ruffle. Stick it in. My dog, she was a beagle. I ended up after she was diagnosed last year. It was right before I moved up here in November. She lasted right at a month, and I was sitting on the couch with her, and she just kind of gave me that look, and I knew it was time. So I called our awesome vet that we have here and asked if I could come in and have her put to sleep. And I swear, this vet here, they are, oh my gosh, they are so awesome. I love them to death. Awesome people. I even had her cremated, and they went above and beyond, like, on cremation. I got, like, 2 swatches of her hair. I got her paw print. They done magnets and little paw print seed things to plant in a flower bed. They I don't know, there was a candle. They printed out the Rainbow Bridge poem. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I mean, and then they donated like $30 to a shelter here in her name, and I don't know, it was crazy. I mean, I loved it, but they're awesome. But I had 2 other dogs, but they're outside dogs. I have a I want to say golden retriever and lab mix, and the other one, I have no idea. He's some kind of herding dog because he keeps all of his toys all together. And if you go out and throw them all in all different directions, he'll gather them all up and put them in a pile again. And then, like, if a bunch of us are outside, he tries to keep us all together. He don't want us all, like, going out and doing different things, so. Yes, girl. I got that $3.25 ribbon, too. Yeah, it was rough. She was my girl. She was my girl, Kelly. It was bad. I was depressed for a while after that. But I have my cats. I have like 5 cats, and I end up 2 of them end up being given to me. 2 of them I had give away because I had them as kittens, and people backed out, and I wasn't about to take them to the pound or nothing, so I ended up keeping them. And, oh, sorry, I just kicked my camera. Sorry. So, oh, I love Australian cattle dogs. They are so pretty. I have no idea what I would do without my Stella Bella. I know, that was Izzy. That was her name. She stayed by my side like glue, especially like when she lost a good bit of her hearing, and when she lost her hearing, that's when she really stuck by me like glue. Like, I couldn't go anywhere. She had separation anxiety after that, so I had to like take her to my parents when I went to work and let them babysit, because she just nope. It was awful. Because she started peeing in the house when I left her, and so I just ended up having to take her everywhere with me. So she tries to hurt everybody when you walk in the house. She grabs your hand and tries to put you in a corner. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like I said, what the one is. He's all like a blonde, brownish, creamy, I don't know, it's like a creamy blonde, white, and he's got longer hair, but I don't know what he is. I asked the vet once, and he wasn't sure either, so I was like, well, that's alright, he's the best mutt I've had, so. And he ended up just showing up. I think what happened was a drug bust in behind my house back in West Virginia, and I think the dog got out and they couldn't catch it, and he ended up showing up at my house. And he is smart. Oh goodness, he was so easy to train to do tricks and just different things. So yeah. Okay, get this. All right, that one. It's just the ones. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one more of the woodland ruffle here to show y'all what I'm doing again. That'll be the last one, because like I said, I didn't want to take forever. Alright. Like I said, this mesh sucks. It wanting to shift like it does, so I'm just going to put a dab of glue on the ends here to keep it curled, so it don't shift on out, and since I couldn't wood burn it and have all them ends sticking out, catching everything. Like I said, the ends are pretty crazy anyway on this mesh. So, I'm just putting a wee little drop. It's not a big amount or anything. So, alright. They're amazing, but a little hard to stop corralling the kids. Yeah, I hear you. Like, oh my gosh, if we was all out in the yard, like, if we were playing, croquet or, just anything, like, he would be right there. He thought we all needed to just be right side by side, right in a circle, all of us. It was funny. My niece and nephew thought it was funny. They would just laugh. He's a good puppy. Yeah, like I said, this mesh, Carrie, I don't know, it's all kinds of crazy. I think it's a mesh from Joann's. It's part of, a big stash that I bought from a lady, and, like, I went to curl this, and it was just shooting out. Like, it didn't want to stay tightly curled. You know how, most of the time your mesh will stay tightly curled? I don't know, like, it wouldn't do it. It would just kind of shoot out, so the ends were sticking out everywhere, and I was like, nah, we ain't doing this. So I put a touch of glue on there, and some of the other meshes I'll do the same. It just depends on what kind it is. So then you just kind of tuck the middle under, get it that roll, and then just scrunch up the middle. Come to your other roll here, curl, roll, whatever you want to call it. Get it kind of the middle rolled under a little, bring it up, and scrunch it right up to it. And there is your woolen ruffle. You got the curl, and then the little ruffle there. Some people put them on the wreaths upside down, which I kind of never really, I guess it wouldn't really matter, but I just put them this way, curl side up instead of curl side down. I don't guess it truly matters. It kind of looks the same either way, but what brand glue gun is that? It's the Gorilla Glue gun. Hold on, I'll show you. Everybody was saying how good the Gorilla Glue is, especially in cold temperatures and hot temperatures. Because, some reason stuff were falling apart. And with Gorilla Glue, the hot glue, it can withstand like really hot temps and really cold temps. So here it is. It's a two temp, high and low. I got it off of Amazon. When I went to get it, they actually had a sale on it. You got this plus like 3 bags of glue sticks, which they were the smaller ones. But they also had a sale on the longer glue sticks. So I think I got it all for like $40. It was like that, the 3 bags, and then I got 3 of the longer ones. So yeah. The only thing is the Gorilla Glue sticks are stringy. Oh my gosh. The strings from it is unreal. But if it'll keep stuff from, coming off a wreath or whatever that you glue on or whatever, I'll deal with it. It drives me nuts. Because anybody that knows me, I hate spiders. And I don't do spider webs. So it just creeps me out. And I'm just like, Argh! It drives me nuts. And a lot of times after I get done with a wreath, especially like with glitter or whatever, I'll come and sweep the floor. And you would not believe the glue strings that's all over the floor. Thank goodness it's hardwood floors, but I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. I even had to mop my floor to get all the glue strings to come up to. It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. Never upside down, meaning to try it. Yeah. I've never done it too. Yeah, it's crazy on the strings. Like, I thought the regular hot glue sticks were stringy, but whew, when I started using this, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, is this stuff really this stringy? And I asked a couple of people that told me, oh yeah, get it. And they're like, oh yeah, we forgot to tell you it is stringy. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. It's crazy. Alright. Oh, yeah. But a lot of people, they're like, oh, I like the Roby, but the cordless. And then, I don't know, man, I started seeing people, they're like, man, it constantly leaks, and like it gets super duper hot. And then when Mary Ann used hers on her live, and like it started smoking, like where it got so hot, I was like, oh no, no, I'll keep my Gorilla Glue gun. We'll stick with that. And I don't know if they're heavy or not. I know when I go to use my drill with a little battery pack, like, it gets real heavy for me after a while, because I don't have a lot of strength, because of my back issues. So I was like, I thought, well, maybe that was, I was like, maybe I shouldn't get it, because I was like, oh, I'll just keep with with this one. My husband asked if I wanted to keep the carpet in my daughter's room. I totally gave him the look. Are you nuts? Yeah. And nah, you want hardwood floors. Yeah, and man, I burned myself so much. I was like, nah, we ain't doing aerobie. I would be in the ER. Y'all don't realize I'm a big klutz. Like, it's crazy. So anyway. It does get heavy. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. Because like I said, I use my drill. I got the DeWalt drill. I use it to, like, put more holes in the boards and stuff. So I was like, you know. So that's kind of why I went with the Gorilla and stayed with the Gorilla. So, the Mini isn't too bad. For that, I had a glue gun I got from Walmart like 10 years ago. Man, that thing lasted forever. It was a 2-temp glue gun too. I had it forever. It looked almost like that one Michelle used. I had like glue all over it, and I don't think she uses it anymore. I think it died on her finally. But mine died on me year before last. I was so sad. Okay. Three more, guys. Woohoo! Alright. Like I said, I can't load from the front. I have to do the back. So, I'm sorry you guys can't really see, but you get the drift here. Alright. But I watch, Labriska. She's in Tennessee. For My Eclectic Treasures, she does a lot of the, Dollar Tree, Dollar General crafts and stuff. I love her to death. And she was the first one I seen to get the Ryobi, and she, nope, she got rid of it too because it got too hot. And so I was like, I'm gonna take Labriska's. Labriska's Road and not get it. Alright. Let's see here. And of course, my computer decides to freeze up, so I hate to refresh because I have a feeling it's not gonna go right back to that. Ooh, it did. You're giving the gimmicks too easy. I don't know, man. I'm pretty frugal. Like, after my divorce from my narcissistic husband there, I had to be pretty frugal with money to pay bills and different things. And so I always research stuff best I can. So that's like, I'm going to be getting me a laptop because I'm tired of my phone making things blurry. Michelle said something about autofocus, but there is no autofocus thing to change on my phone. We have been through it. I even called AT&T and nope. So, I got the Logitech, and of course, it won't work with my laptop with it being Windows 18, even though it said it's Windows 18 compatible. Oh, you're supposed to download this driver. We did. Still nothing, so I was like, yeah, I'll get to working. Get a laptop. So, we'll go from there. Try it. I'm just hoping I can keep up with my lives while I work too, because, shoo, income tax. Your brain just kind of gets fried. Like, your body isn't really tired, but your brain tired, so I'm hoping I can still keep up with my lives at my mom's. And then her internet is super slow, so I don't really know how that's going to go. Might have to use data or something to Gma Lives. So yeah, I even called Logitech, man. That guy, he was doing everything. He even went and asked the supervisors. They were like emailing me different things too. That way we weren't on the phone constantly. And see what I mean? Those long things on the edges of these just grabs everything. Urgh. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, kind of iffy. Like I said, doing lives at my mom's, but it'll just be a trial and error. Okay, we finally got this huge thing done. So, let's see. Right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, let's see. Oh. What do you guys think? For the ribbon tails. Should I do like the dark brown and the snowflakes and then save that for the bow? Hey Jan, how are you? I'm kind of afraid to put like the two patterned together as ribbon tails, and I think I'm only going to do like the outside too, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to save that for the bow. We're getting snow in Perrysburg. Yeah, I talked to Mom a little while ago, and she said they were getting snow, and then my friend Lisa, this one here, she said it was pouring it down there, so back home. Okay. Lay that to the side. Got my measure buddy. Not really sure how many I'll need, because I don't, let's see. Do I want to do every other hole or every 2 holes? Let's see. I'm going to do up like, I'll do 6 and see how that goes. I'm going to do it 14 inches. Measure Buddy, it's also from Unique in a Creek, one of Lori's inventions, one of the best things ever. So, setting and doing it one at a time, which I have been doing some of my lives, but I couldn't find my Measure Buddy there for a bit, but here I'd put it down in a thing I was using when I was watching TV. I really wish they would quit bending so much of this ribbon down. I get on my nerves, y'all. You know what I mean? Because you can't use that bent piece. It's like, it drives me nuts. It's like, why do you fold so much of that down? Anyway, sorry, rant over. Alright, slide this puppy in here. Ooh, 8 inches. I know, I have a friend in Tennessee. Can't remember exactly where she is. She's more towards the North Carolina, state border, though. I do know that. They got snow the day before yesterday, or yesterday? Can't remember. She was showing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like I said, we're just going to do 6. Put it off there. The good thing about this, like, she's even got little grooves on the end. If you can see it, there's little grooves you just slide your scissors in through. It's awesome. That way you can just cut the ribbon. Just put it right on through there. Pretty handy dandy. There's those 6. And I'm gonna do 14 inches on this one too. Let's see if this one's already 14 inches. Yeah, I believe so. I need to get out my lighter too. Give me just a second, guys. I don't know about you all, but this ribbon, I don't know if you can see the little fuzzies at the end where it comes unraveled. I just take a lighter and singe those. That way it don't keep unraveling. So, oh my gosh, are y'all talking anything, or did my computer freeze up again? Okay. So I only need 5 since I already have the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I refresh. Oh, there comes comments. So I'll say, okay. I can't for the life of me. You drag on I-64 above Charleston. 60 to 75 vehicles? Holy crap. I believe it though. Oh my gosh. People fly through that part of the 64, Lisa. That's crazy. I always hated going to Huntington and Nitro down in there. Speed limit's like 65, but people were doing like 85, 90 down through there. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? There's a wreck or something. Nobody's gonna get stopped. Whew. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm running out of room to put stuff here. Okay. So let's grab a couple of these and dovetail them. I don't like doing a whole bunch together because my scissors. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of strength in my hands, so. And I tell you, that daggone turnpike down there too. My uncle used to live right on the turnpike there in Paint Creek, West Virginia. And we used to go down a lot in the winter. My dad would hunt with my uncle and stuff. And whew, my goodness. You think them people lived in the South there in Kanawha County? Daggone pile-ups left and right. But they fly on there too. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's craziness. And here we go again. I swear. Take this laptop with me and have my mom's computer guy maybe clean it up. I know, Jan, it's like crazy. Someone just showed it was somewhere else. Oh my gosh, why do people do that stupid crap? It's like, really? know, my cousin, when he pretty much blew himself up from his little shake and bake meth crap, we was taking him to a burn unit place there in Huntington. Oh, I hated going. I hated it, hated it, hated it. Hated 64. Hubby on his way home an hour early. Yeah, Mom and them. See, I was talking to her at 1:30, and she was leaving then. And they done determined if they got too much, they weren't even going to work tomorrow. Which, I mean, not a lot of people get their W-2s this early in the month anyway. So it's not like people's going to be busting down the door to have their taxes done. So. I don't know, maybe I should have. I wonder if I can share this. Probably not. Nope. I don't think so. Oh well. Lesson learned. Make sure you're on your business page when you create an event instead of your personal page. And I thought it would show up. I thought I clicked on the event I made through the other, but I guess not. So, oh well. Okay. Now, I'm going to kind of bore y'all, but I'm going to go through and kind of melt the ends of those. That way them little fuzzies ain't sticking out. Drives me nuts. Part of my OCD. It's mainly on these canvas type ribbons. Now my computer ain't wanting to stink and do comments. Sorry if it ain't one thing, it's another. Alright. Uh-oh. I'm gonna do this one just in case. I don't look like it's gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it that way I don't have to go back and do it, if you know what I mean. Trying to hurry because I like watching my friend Julie. That was the main reason why. Oh, I went live a little sooner than I did. I was afraid this would take me a little bit. I usually do 5 o'clock, but yeah, worry people for no reason, that's for sure. My daughter got stuck on one of the local bridges. Took her 15 minutes to get over it. She said everyone stopped behind her and cheered when she finally made it. I've been there, done that. Not on a bridge, but on some mountains. Okay. Now that I got my ribbon tails here, like I said, I don't know. It's hard to tell on these ovals sometimes how you want your ribbon tails to be. So we'll start at the top, and I'm going to do the outside, so I'm just going to put my zip tie right over top of the other one. Stick it up through there. And thankfully, on this, I don't have to use the rubber bands because of the way the holes are going on this. So, I think I'm actually going to have that ribbon on top since it's patterned. But I'm still going to do like the other. Crease it, find the middle, and just scrunch it and bring it around. Try and get your middle there. And just bring it in here. Find your zip tie and a sea of mesh. Alright, and then just take your fingers like scissors and curl these bad boys. Alright, come on. Walk with me here. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I said that so much around my boyfriend. You're killing me, Smalls. Christmas last year, he went and got me the shirt that had that. At first, he had no idea, like, what movie I was referring to. It's like, have you never watched Sandlot? Like, really? What is wrong with you? Alright. I'll test more later. It's like, I love Sandlot. But yeah, he went and got me that shirt. This must have been the one I was already cut. Because I missed it somehow. Or just didn't flip through the other end, apparently. Alright. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and alternate it. Kind of like that pattern, so to say. When you alternate them. Like again, ribbons are cut at 14 inches. Just fold it in half. Oh my goodness. It just says on alternate. Bring the bigger ribbon in. Just kind of pinch it. So, let's see. That one there. If I skip one, put it there. So I'm going to put it right there. But if I put it here, will that be too far over? Alright, trial and error, guys. We'll see, because I haven't worked too much with these oval boards. Just done the one Christmas one, and then I ended up going back and redoing it. So, let's see if I skip to if that'll look okay. Oh, I think that's gonna be perfect. Actually, because they're not overlapping each other. And again, just bring, let's separate them out here a little bit. Alright, what I got so far. I went ahead that way, like I said, they're not too close together. So I skimped every other. So, or instead of doing every other, I done one and then skipped 2 holes, and then on the third I put the other set of ribbons there. So ribbon, skip 1, 2 holes, and on the third one put in your next set of ribbon tails. So I like that. They're not crowding each other, so to say. So, and again, for some reason it is not showing comments. It's starting to drive me nuts. Alright. Let's not be flipping these or something, because talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. Oh my gosh, what'd you guys think of that big old flamingo Lori Dawn? I'm telling you, her brain is awesome. First of all, it's going to be an umbrella, which I still think I'm going to try the umbrella thing. That was awesome. Her little flamingo. Guess you could do any critter. So, 2. After she done that, but goodness gracious, that thing was 4 foot long. How in the world would you ship something like that? You'd have to do something like that local. Alright, where was it? There it is. I mean, that was awesome, but shoo. Because up here, flamingos just ain't a thing in Vermont. You might have your flamingo lovers or something, but it's just not big here like it is further south. Yeah, shark keeps getting snagged on them things too, man. Whew. Telling you, ends of that mesh is craziness. Come on. Alright, just mesh move around so the ribbon tails will lay like they should. Okay. I don't know if y'all just ain't talking anymore, or computer keeps freezing up or what? Hey, Tracy. I don't think I saw it. Yeah, it was on her Sunday, this past Sunday, live in Can-Am, Marianne. You need to, she posted it in Unique in the Creek, the big old flamingo. You need to check it out. It's pretty cool. Or just go to Can-Am. It's probably easier to go to Can-Am and look in there, because she posted pictures in there too. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, her mind is crazy. Yeah, I noticed you weren't on Chit Chat either there, Marianne. That was pretty funny too. That was a good one. Okay. Bring this around here. Just squeeze it in there. Alright, 1, 2. Sorry, I'm loading it from the back again. Okay. Get this mesh to lay like it's supposed to instead of snagging on every little thing. I saw the pics, but I didn't know she did it in the group. I hear ya. Yeah, she took 2 different boards and made it. I don't want to say which ones because I don't want to give it away to people that's not in the group. So, because she said she wasn't gonna post it. She said something about maybe making it a paid tutorial. So I don't know. But yeah, she done it in the Can-Am group. I need to like quit getting out of frame here. Okay. So I just keep sliding on over. Alright, I'll get me a drink here, guys. Okay. You're hitting my belly. Keep going. Alright, 1, 2. I don't know how this is going to work out. Is it going to work out? 1, 2. Yeah, I believe so. Okay, put it in here. A little bit so I can see where my zip tie is all batting it out there. I'm telling you, this stuff is fraying bad, even though might be where it caught my shirt too, though. Good gravy. Okay. Get to going again. Sit here. So like I said, one set I'm putting this on top, the other set I'm doing the brown. So I kind of like to reverse it just to give it a little bit of a, I don't know, I don't think you would really call it dimension, but alrighty here. Get it in the zip tie. looks a little funny. It's a little more spaced out. We're at the bottom of the oval going up and around. Maybe I should... forget it. So maybe I should glue. I don't know how cold it is there in Vermont, but my pipes are frozen here in Michigan. Oh no! Yeah, it's been in the 20s and teens here for probably the past 3 weeks or longer. This weekend, Tracy, we are, it's going to be single digits and it's going to be negative single digits. So I'm not looking forward to that either. I'm hoping ours don't freeze, which ours is in the basement. And that's where our furnace is, but you never know. Just never know. 1, 2. Oh, that's actually going to put that close to the top. So actually... 19 feels like 11 in Ohio. Yeah. Yeah, it'll say it's like, I don't know, 21, but yet wind chills like feels like 17. Woohoo, Jenny. Yeah, Mom said they were getting it. Lisa did too. So, okay guys. I think what I'm going to do, because it's going to make this upper one really close. So... where this is the oval, of course, where that's like spaced further apart, I'm going to go ahead and put this back over one. So, I'll take this out. So instead of getting down to the end of the board, doing the 2, I'm going to just skip one hole. Because of how the oval, the shape of the board is. So... I think it'll look better, and it'll make it look better at the top with the tails. So, cut that out. 4 to 8 inches. Yeah, that's what Mom said there in Craigsville. Yeah, we do let them drip. Hopefully it'll still do okay. I've not, like I said, it didn't get this cold last year up here, so... it got down in just like the teens and stuff, but it never did get down in the negative temperatures here last year, which it's pretty prone to doing up here, but it didn't last year. West Virginia had a worse winter than we did last year, so. Oh well, I guess all the kiddos ain't gotta worry about school and unless they still do those winter packets, or, of course, I don't know, with the iPads and junk now. Okay. Which the iPads are a joke half the time anyway. There for the longest time, Jace and Abby, both their iPads, would only connect to Kayla's Wi-Fi. It wouldn't work at my mom's or my house. Had to take it out to the school, and I don't know what they done. Well, it worked that way for a little while. Then it went right back to the same thing. So, I don't know. Craziness. I'm like, dude, what happened to pencil and paper? Pencil and paper. Because I know Abby, she got a lot of bad grades there at one point in time because they said they weren't getting her work, and that's when we noticed, like, her iPad, like, it wasn't connected and stuff, so. I'm so sorry, Tracy. That sucks so bad. I've been there, girlfriend, in West Virginia. Sad thing is, I did let it drip, but I used to work night shift, so I wasn't at home to, you know, and I ended up because it froze somewhere where, oh, sorry again. My gosh, keep kicking that. I need to back that up some. It froze like where it went under my house and up into the house. So I just cut it off, took it in, put it in my spare bathroom in the tub. And I put it in there, and it was kind of a smaller bathroom, and I cranked the heat up, like 80 some degrees. And it was a big old section, probably, I don't know, I'll say 20 feet or so. And I cranked the heat up and had it in a bathtub, and I put it to where I would hear the ice. And once I heard the ice, and then of course I had to go buy all the parts to connect it back together, but I ended up, I had heat tape where it was exposed, but what it was, my ex-husband, he added a water hose to where it went in underground, and he didn't get it down far enough, and he used metal fittings, and it froze right there. So I ended up wrapping, like using heat tape and wrapping it all. I even took, I had leftover insulation from something, I don't remember now what I was doing. And I took that insulation, that big, like the wall insulation or the attic insulation used. I even took that and wrapped it around the heat tape and ended up burying part of that. And then, oh, it's crazy. But anyway, I've been there. It sucks. Hey, Donna. It's okay. Here's what we got so far anyway. I've done the kerfuffle, or the woodland ruffle, whatever you want to call it. 18 inches, and I done all the outside holes. The inner holes I done every other one, because to me it was just way too much. But it wasn't enough just to do every other hole in both. So the inner, I just done every other hole with the mesh. And I don't really care for this mesh. It's crazy, but it was in some mesh that I had bought from a lady when she sold all her wreath stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'll use it. But if you watch a replay, you'll understand. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so of course the ribbon tails, they're 14 inches. And here's the sun I'll be using, Donna. It's called Old Fashioned Hot Cocoa. I have no idea where it come from. It was just in a big craft stash of my sister's that she brought up here thinking it was mine. I'm like, no, that's your stuff. She's like, well, just keep it. I ain't taking it back to West Virginia, so. So when I was cleaning my craft room, I was like, ooh, we'll have to go ahead and use it, because it can be a winter wreath. You can use it all through the rest of the winter months, with it being hot cocoa. Thought about getting like the little marshmallows and like putting it on here and stuff, but so yeah, I'll just use what I got. Okay, I have no idea, Tracy Bradley, where the sign come from. Like I said, it was in stuff my sister brought. She's like me. If she's out and about, seen something she liked, or was on something and seen something she liked, she just bought it. So it's hard to tell. I did too. No, I did not. Big goofy. Alright. Hang on, guys. I didn't go over enough holes here. Put those ribbons right on top of each other. Okay. Try again. Well, maybe I did. One, two. Well, maybe I did. Okay. Flatten those down. Put those over there. Come on down. Gary. I like the color and mesh you have. Thanks, Tracy. It's actually a pain in the rump, if you want to know the truth. I love the colors. I really do. I mean, yeah, it's really pretty. Here it is. I think it comes from, like, Joann's. Try it over here. Here's what it looks like. But, in all honesty, it's a pain to work with. But I wanted to get it used up, so. Still have enough to do a rail or maybe a small flower board wreath or something with it. If I decide to use it again. Like I said, it's a pain. Maybe a different method on the mesh might be a little better. I don't know, but I know with the woodland ruffle that I done, it didn't want to curl, so I had to kind of put dots of glue on the ends of the curl to get it to stay curled. Okay, I'm going to need one more. So, yeah, it's pretty, and I found like some of that pretty mesh that you can find at Hobby Lobby. Like, not all of it, but there's some of it. It's just like this. It's hard to work with. So you have to do like a certain mesh petal method, whatever you want to call it, in order to get it. Usually you just ruffle it half the time, because they don't really want to work too great either. Okay. Like I said, I wasn't for sure how many ribbon tails I was going to need, and I'm only putting the ribbon tails on the outer side of the oval. Ah, come on. Plastic. Sorry, I always put the plastic back on my ribbon. Keep the dust and everything out of it, so bear with me a second. Alright. I know, the sign's awesome. I wish I knew where she got it. It's hard to tell how long ago she got it too, though. It's probably been a while, because after her husband was killed in the mines there, neither one of us crafted a whole lot, so. And I know she had it before that, and that's, let's see, be 3 years. So she actually packed up all hers and just stuck it in the building, so. And she still hasn't, what you say, crafted. Oh, I need to put this one on top. Since he was killed. She used to sell paparazzi. She even quit that. She wouldn't sell that or nothing either, so. Which I can understand. That would be awful. Okay. Why do I cinch the tips? For some reason, it's more so on the like canvas type material. The silky stuff that they tie the wire in with, it frays so bad, and so I singe it because I'm just OCD. To me, I think it makes the wreath look better. You don't see all these little hairy puffs at the end of your ribbon. So, but that's me. Like, Like I said, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to making stuff or doing stuff. He was only 38 years old. He ran the loader at the high wall miner in the mines, which means he was above ground. He wasn't underground. And they were actually moving the high wall miner. Let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, right here. And if you knew my brother-in-law, he helped whoever, whenever he could. So they were moving the high wall miner out of the side of the mountain. They were going to back it up and move it over. And so he got down out of the loader and went over to help the guy that was running the high wall miner. Because when you bring the miner out of the wall, it brings some coal that it's already mined out with it, and you got to kind of keep it cleaned out, so to say, so it don't jam up and different things. Well, where my brother-in-law was at, he shouldn't have been, which they didn't really know that, because on your mining equipment, anywhere that is spray painted red, that is a big no-no. So, he was standing where he shouldn't have been, and it wasn't painted or anything. And on the high wall miner, you have cameras, because of course it's a big, huge piece of machinery, and you have cameras that to where you can see all the way around. The person that's running it can see all the way around them. Well, some of those cameras weren't working, especially where my brother-in-law was at. And the high wall miner guy just happened, he couldn't see the top of my brother-in-law's head. And, of course, it was March. It was icy because he was up on the mountain, where it gets really, really cold at the mines he worked at. Give me just a second. Try and get this ruffle. So it was icy, snowy, sleety, whatever you want to call it. And where he was standing was on a rail, so to say, almost kind of like a railroad rail. And he slipped and fell, from what they can gather. And he was right where the beam was coming out of the mountain, because he was shoveling the excess coal out of the way, and the beam caught him in the head and it smashed his head. So, one thing, he was actually killed instantly. It sucked, but I'm glad it was instant. It wasn't something that was like prolonged in a hospital. Later on, we found out through the state and federal investigation of his death, he was where he shouldn't have been, and the mine's excuse was, well, we bought this piece of equipment used, so we didn't have a guide or a handbook to it to know where to paint the red zones. And so they got in trouble for that, and just like the inspectors and them told them, you can get anything on Google now. That was no excuse. All they had to do was Google it. So hopefully his death will will keep others from passing or getting killed. That was our main goal with the court case anyway. So I knew my brother-in-law before my sister did. I worked with him. And we always had that brother-sister relationship, so it was pretty hard. And it was really hard on my niece and nephew, because the very next day was my niece's birthday. So that's something she kind of, has to live with the rest of her life, not only with her daddy being gone, but, he died the day before her birthday. So, no, that was about 3 years ago. So, yeah, I know, Jenny. So, we also had another family member, oh gosh, about 8-10 years before that, to also die. Well, he died later at the hospital, but he also passed away from the mines too. So it's, of course, he was underground, but above ground, I mean, they say underground is dangerous, but above ground is too. So, but West Virginia, that is one of your bigger paying jobs, and so that's what a lot of, folks did. My grandpa, he was an electrician in mines, but he also worked in the mines. I had a lot of family members work in mines. I still have a lot of friends that work in mines. I need to check up on the guy that actually ran the high wall miner. I haven't talked to him in a while. He took it really, really hard, which is to be expected, because there for the longest time he blamed himself. But you can't, he had faulty equipment and things weren't how they were supposed to be. So, things happen. Freak accidents happen, and my brother-in-law just happened to be one of them. So, like I said, it definitely sucks, but I relate so much. My 26-year-old son was murdered 3 years ago. Don't feel bad. Oh, no. Yeah, everybody definitely has a story, mostly. Of course, it was especially hard, too. My Nana, she had been diagnosed with esophagus cancer, and she was supposed to have made it. But she died 2 weeks later after my brother-in-law did, so that was really hard. So, okay. Let's figure out where we're going to put the sign. Get some pipe cleaners on here. So, yeah, it's still a struggle without him. I lost Daddy this year, and it's so hard not to just break. I know, it doesn't get better. I ain't gonna lie, it don't. You just learn to live with it, I guess you can say. And then you kind of don't really live with it. I don't know how to describe it, but my sister is still, bless her heart, I love her. She still has issues, but with depression and different things, which who wouldn't, So, thanks, guys. And I'm sorry. Sorry, Marianne. I know, like I said, it was, a double whammy for us with my mama, my Nana, as we called her, passing away 2 weeks later. So, alright, this is the top. I'm actually going to look this time. Usually I forget to look, and then I'm like drilling holes to put in the hanger. So, okay. I think I'm going to kind of put this down at the bottom and a little towards the end a little bit. So glad. Quit mines after accidents is a very dangerous job. It is. It honestly is. And them guys, they know it. They know every time. My papa, he said every time they went underground, they knew it was a risk they took. But they done it to provide for their family, and it was kind of a way of life. In all honesty, in West Virginia, It's kind of like the army. They're all brothers. Um, my brother-in-law's funeral, I have never seen so many people. Of course, he was a friend to everybody. He didn't know a stranger. We'd go to Walmart. You know how they always talk about women chit-chatting and standing and talking? That was my brother-in-law. We never went anywhere. We even went to the state of North Carolina, and he found somebody he knew and was chatting with them. But that was one of the biggest funerals and wakes I had ever been to. I mean, we had to have the fire department directing traffic and stuff, and I've never seen so many big men cry in all my life. But yeah, he was loved. He was a big poison. Live with it and move forward. Yeah, like they'd want you to. Exactly. I don't know. Like I said, it's not something you get over. You just kind of get used to it. You learn to deal without them, so to say. But, of course, if you're Christian, which I am, Adam was, we know we'll see him again someday. So, that's another good thing, so. Yeah, at the funeral, like I said, so many big men crying. A lot of the guys, because they all have nicknames. And, you know, Adam would come home, you know, tell us a story about something funny that happened or whatever, and he would call them by their nickname, because that's pretty much how they all knew each other, is their nicknames. So, I was standing there with my sister to be supportive, and, was standing there, and all these guys, they, was coming up, and they would say their name, and, one guy, he's like, by the way, my nickname was, and we're like, oh, okay, we know who you are now, you know, after they would tell us their nicknames and stuff, and so, but, yeah, he knew a lot of people. And like I said, you know, coal miners are like one big family, kind of like the army. I mean, we had, you know, wives of miners coming to us, wanting to know what they could do. If they could, there was one lady, she was she's Sisters in Christ there. She messaged me. And her husband knew Adam very well. They had worked several places together, actually. And they wanted to do the dinner, you know, after the funeral and stuff. And she messaged me and asked if it would be okay. I was like, yeah. And like I said, there was all kinds of people to message and want to know what they could do, what they could bring, what they could, you know, like, come and clean Kayla's house, come and, you know, whatever. I mean, do I put my tutorials on YouTube? No, I haven't yet. I pretty much just started last month. So I haven't really got that far, Kathy. But all my lives are on my page, Mountain Gal Creations there. So, YouTube is something I will get into. I just haven't had the time with the holidays, and then I'm going to be even busier. I might end up having to, I don't know, put another one on this side. But anyway, so, yeah, YouTube is a thing I will do later on. I just ain't got the time. So there's that so far. Nope. I can't bring it back towards me because of how I got the camera. There it is so far. Alright. Let's get our ribbon out to do our bow. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, we even, Adam, like I said, he knew everybody. We even had a biker association to reach out to me, and they brought a bunch of stuff there at the house, like stuff other people don't think of. Like, you know, everybody wants to bring food and all that stuff. Oh my gosh. My brown ribbon. Give me just a second, guys. My brown ribbon fell off my table. Hang on, I'll be right back. Wait. Gonna need my brown ribbon. Okay. So anyway, they brought stuff there that like most people don't think of. They brought paper plates, paper towels, fork spoons, you know, the disposable fork and spoons, toilet paper. The one guy even knew that it was my niece's birthday the next day, and then of course my nephew, his birthday was 2 weeks later. They got, and plus Easter was around that time, they brought them kids Easter baskets, they brought them birthday gifts, they brought them stuff to try and keep them occupied, you know, during all this. So it was pretty cool. Those guys are awesome. They do that with a lot of different families and stuff. So it was pretty cool. Okay. Let's get a snowflake out here. And thank you, Ruth. Okay. Alright, I do Michelle's formula for most of my bows. I know how to do different bows, but on lives, this is just a little quicker and kind of easier for me. I'll do 3 loops. Let's see, I don't know. I ain't going to do 6 inches. I'm going to do 5. Because with that sign being as big as it is, I'm going to do 3 loops at 5 inches on this. Get some of my ribbon out here. Well, I might do 5.5. Kind of keep it a little over the 5 mark anyway. Alright, and just take it, twist it, get the underside up, bring it over where you got the upper side. Push down and twist again, and I always move these loops on up out of the way. That way I can see the measurement on my board. And I'll bring it back, make sure the loops are about the same. And again, come over here, twist it, gotta run, make dinner. Ooh. I will, you too, Jenny. You and Steve. No more car accidents. Well, stay safe and warm too. Thanks for joining me. I miss your face. Alright. Not very good at explaining bows, and I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know. You're welcome. I just found it was easier for me to move it out of the way. That way you could tell. That way you're not like creasing the wire in your loop, which I know some people don't press down hard enough to make that crease in the loop. And here I am, like moving out of the frame again. what you get with all these rolly chairs, I guess. Constantly just moving a certain way. But I just found it easier for me. So, alright. Alright, there's that one. I think I'm going to do the dark brown next to separate the candy cane. Separate the two pattern ribbons. Break them up, so to say. And they're both 1.5 inch, so... Yeah. I think it'll look funny side by side, so... Okay. There we go. I don't really measure the length of my bow tails either. I'll just kind of go down to where I think it looks okay, and I don't go super long with them. Monkey has beautiful bows where she curls them and all that, but I'm just like, nah. Some of them I'll do that way, but these oval boards are big enough, so... And I think I'll go just a little below the 5 mark on this one. I don't want to go a full inch. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should. Wait and see. Yeah. No better. That way you can see the snowflakes a little more, actually. Okay. Separate. That's what I can see. I mean, it's pretty how she curls. I've done a couple that way, but... Down in Texas, you can afford to get big and go home, but when you live in the... live in the north and kind of get all the snow we get, and you have to put wreaths between the doors because sometimes people don't have, you know, a covered porch or whatever. Most people like to put it between, that way it don't get all the weather and stuff too, and so... You can't really get huge and fancy. That's why I kind of make a lot of my wreaths with that one petal. That way I know it'll definitely fit between 2 doors. Some of them, they just won't fit between 2 doors with how I've done them. But okay. There. There we go. Alright, I have this extra piece left over from another thing that I cut too long, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of do 2 tails with this. And this ribbon is more of a silky-like ribbon, so it's kind of a pain to work with too, but it's only smaller peppermint ribbon I have, so I'm sorry, I know. Nice to see you here though. Yeah, I kind of screwed up like on my thing though. I was on my personal page when I made the event. And of course, there's a big crease right there. And so I don't know if it showed up on my page or on the Mountain Gal creation page or not. So, alright. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do, instead of just one loop on this, I think I'm going to go ahead and do two on it too, actually. I don't know. Let me see what it looks like. Or if I should just do the one. But yeah, I kind of screwed up when I made the event. I didn't realize I was on my personal page when I created the event. So I don't know if it showed up, like I said, on my business page or not. Okay, so there's one loop. What do you guys think? One loop, or should I do two of that? Well, I'm kind of liking the one. One of my WV gals like Charlotte. Thanks, Nina. Charlotte comes on here every once in a while. I've not actually watched her. I need to. But it's hard to try and watch everybody. You think too, Tracy? Well, we can go ahead and do it and see what it looks like, I guess. I have so many ladies I love to watch, but it's hard to actually catch everybody. And then when you try to go and watch the replay, it's kind of hard to keep up with all that too. Okay, what do y'all think? The two or the one? You guys tell me. Sorry, I'm about to get a drink. Should I do two loops in the candy cane or one? Oh my goodness. One. I'm kind of thinking one, too, actually. I don't know. Let me look at it again with just the one. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the one. Yeah, because there's just a little bit of, the candy cane on sticking out of the hot chocolate on the sign. So I think I will just do the one, actually. Oh, sorry guys, give me a second. I'm definitely going to put this back on so it don't come unraveled. Lord only knows. It's a 50-yard, and that wasn't it. With a 50-yard roll, I don't want it coming undone. Like I said, I don't pin mine. I actually put the plastic back around, so bear with me here a second. What did I do? There it is, right in front of your nose. If it had been a snake, it would have bit you. As my papa used to tell me all the time. Something's right in front of my face. Okay. Alright. I gotta worry about that flying open and going everywhere, so. Okay. I'll grab this, because I don't like, I know most people will put, just their zip tie around here, and there's no center. They just kind of fluff up their inner loop. I don't like that. I like putting a strip of this around it to make it look like a bow. That's me and my personal preference, though. I'll show y'all what I mean here in a second. Hopefully I can get this up off of here and put it on a zip tie here. a hold of it. It's one thing too, with not a lot of strength in your hands, it's hard to keep a hold of stuff. The center looks pretty good. Alright, set that out of the way. Get this and make sure I got it tight enough. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, like I said, I like taking something and actually putting it around the middle instead of just, you know, how some will just like puff up their inner things. So, get my glue gun here. Get my finger protectors, that way I don't burn myself. Put a little glue along the outer edge, that way you're not seeing the glue through the ribbon that bad. And I just kind of fold it over halfway. Might be able to see it anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What's that? I think I'm just going to put it on the edges, actually. Or the ends, I should say. Part of it you could see, part of it you couldn't, so. See where the glue come through, because like I said, this is that kind of satiny type ribbon, so. Okay, then I'll just take this and forget my I'll do 1.5 on the pipe cleaner, so sometimes you don't have enough pipe cleaner to twist down on this. Once you get it through the mold. So, do 1.5 pipe cleaners here. Need to find some longer pipe cleaners. Have it ready. Alright, then maybe I'll move that down to where you can't see where that come through actually. So I did do it a little longer than planned. Okay, make sure I put my pipe cleaner in here before I glue that down. I should have put it through the zip tie, but this should be alright. And I'll just glue a little bit. Just curl it over the zip tie there. So I should have made sure that was even. Or I went to doing that, huh? Okay, then bring this back up. Curl this over the other way. Put you some glue in there. Glue it down. Then we'll cut the excess off here in a second. Alright, found the scissors. Ew! Oh, it's still taking too long. Already took 2 hours. Holy cannoli. Well, thankfully we're on the home stretch, so to say. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, still going strong. Okay, like I said, still need to cut some of that off of there. Okay. Alright, there's a bow. So like I said, I like to put a little middle in there on mine. Alright, bring all of this down here. Dovetail ends. Ugh. Sticking blue strings. Dovetail these puppies. And also too, like when you singe the ends of the ribbon like I do, it keeps that wire from poking on out. I hate that too. You can look at the wreath and see the wire poking out. That drives me nanners too. So that's another reason why I kind of singe the edges of the ribbon. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Somebody was asking a while ago when I was telling them why I done it. Okay, these two here. I want a long one and then I want a short one too. But not all ribbon you have to do the singeing with. I just noticed, like I said, it's, well, maybe we'll go for both the same. I noticed mainly like with the canvas ones, that silky material they use to incorporate the wire to the ribbon, attach it to the ribbon, so to say. It goes to fraying, and I don't like that. Like I said, it's probably just me being OCD, but okay. Like I said, I don't know if you can see how they get fuzzy on the ends. So I just get a little burner and just kind of singe the end of them. That way they won't keep fraying and looking bad and separating from the wire and the ribbon. I don't have to on a candy cane because it's that silky material and it's got that red kind of metal-y, whatever you want to call it, edge to it. Okay, now let's get our song. Get my bowl maker out of the way. Get our wreath. Alright. And me too. I never would have thought these colors would have worked, but they actually do. I got a helicopter flying over. Jeez, after my episode earlier, what else is going on here? Already apparently stolen heavy equipment behind me and a big old fiasco over that today. Now I got helicopters flying over. Okay, let's see. And right around here, I think. It's not gonna be like normal, since the sun is so big, to kind of offset them a little bit. So, I do believe I'm gonna put the bow here. I'll just work my way down in the mesh here. Find the holes. That's up too. Yeah, that's up too high. Here we go. I think. I hope. Hope these will be the right holes. Looking for a little girl. What little girl? There's a little girl missing here in Vermont. Sorry, I don't have TV, so I don't like watching the news anyway. Most of it's a bunch of BS anyhow, so. Anybody that knows me knows my stance on politics, and I don't watch the news because they're all just a bunch of BSers anyway. Don't tell you the truth. So I don't watch the news to know if there's a little girl missing or not. I hope not. Okay. Maybe, hopefully. Finally got this thing here. Honestly, this is the hardest part of reading, getting the bow and sign there. I know, right? Then after my live, half the time I'll go back and end up having to fix it anyway, because I don't want to keep y'all on here forever. Which I've already kept you on here forever anyway. Oh my gosh. Come on. Get back up through there. Maybe I should have cut that off a little bit. Oh my gosh, okay. So, I'm going to have to stand, well, I do kind of like this ribbon. It's easy to get to kind of curl and do what you want, though. Yeah, she has been missing for 2 years. They are looking at her father. Ooh, that's not good. Here we go, the stinking mesh again. Them edges of it just latch onto everything and anything. It's a pretty mesh, but I'm telling you what, pain in the behind to work with. Curl there. Alright. Ends of that stuff. Brrr. Just okay, like I said, stand up to do the loop part. Pearl knees creaking. The old snap crackle pot. That mesh is just catching everything. Ribbon itself. No, I'm not like coordinated. I got like Jack and Mountaineer shirt on, but these are my warmest pair of sweatpants, so that's why I have them on. Okay, let's see. Turn it around here. Okay. Wait. Oh, bronies. Okay, I'll turn around here. I think I'm gonna add a couple of snowflakes, or I might not. I don't know. I'll go ahead and bring you up a little bit so you can. Oh no. I think I need to bring that over actually. I put it in too far. Okay. There's that so far. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna have to bring the bottom of the hot cocoa over. But that's alright. I'll do it after the live. Once I hang it up and look at it a little more. Okay. So, I'll ask you guys what you think. Should we Liz, I have no idea. The sign was in some stuff that my sister brought to me here in Vermont from West Virginia. I had some of my craft stuff still there, and they brought it to me when they come up in November. And she bought it several years ago, I'm almost positive, and I have no idea. There's nothing on the back to kind of identify it either to know. So, I don't know where the sign come from. I have seen a different metal round sign that has that actual cup of cocoa and the same saying on it on Etsy. But it's a round sign. It's not just the cup of cocoa itself. So, I'm sorry I can't tell you, but okay. I don't know. Should I add in either some silver snowflakes, or do y'all think it would be too much? Or cut the strings off here. Or these white ones. Can y'all see? I don't know if you can see or not. Bring this back down a little bit. Okay. Turn it around here. Okay. Should I add snowflakes? Like maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Or just leave it how it is? You think the white? I got silver and white. I have bigger ones, but I think the bigger ones would be way too much. And these are kind of an opaque. They're not really a true white, but both look good. Thanks, Sandy. I think I am going to go with white since the one here on the sign is white. I do like the silver in this, but I'm a big silver girl too. Okay. So I'll add those real quick. Like I said, I'm going to end up moving this sign over. When I've done it, I was thinking to bring it in a bit, but that was a mistake. We'll have to move it over. Yeah, the white does show up, Sandy. Shows up better than the silver. I mean, you can see it better in person, the silver, versus on the camera, but I think I like the white better too. Okay, so I'll probably stick one in up there, and do 1 or 2 here. Bring this curl in. Give me just a second. I'm gonna move the bottom of this sign over. Sorry, guys. Shouldn't have brought it in towards the center part. Of course, you don't really see stuff until you look at it on the camera or you take a picture of it and look at it too, so let's see. Well, if I can get it untwisted, that is. There we go. I'll say. Can get it untwisted. Okay, let's move this over a set of holes. can't believe I've been on here this long. I'm so sorry, guys. Thought by doing these petals and stuff ahead of time, it wouldn't take near as long, but by golly, it has. Oh my gosh, why aren't you going down that hole? Fine. Quick further. Okay. Turn into Darth Vader trying to talk to it and make it move. These snowflakes are Walmart specials, Jean Ann. Okay. Now we got the sign moved over. Fix these tails and fix the mesh here. Sorry it blurs, guys. Hopefully soon I can get all that fixed. Okay. I'm gonna have to stand up and look at that, so give me just a second again. Oh, like I said, creaky. Alright. Put one in up there. One there. And even though it's, the bow tails are going to kind of hide it, I still want to keep just the three, the rule of three, the odd number is a triangle, so I don't know, might still be able to see it, so I'm going to attach them with a little bit of glue here. Curls. Like I said, the ends of this mesh are something fierce here. Okay. Parts of Connecticut are supposed to get up to 8 inches. Woo! That's like back in West Virginia. My mama said they looking at 8 inches when I talked to her earlier. Alright. Stick that one right in there at the ribbon tails. Some glue on this part here. Hate kind of gluing that onto the mesh, but I ain't really no other options. So. Okay. Alright, guys. Either the 3rd or 4th week of January, maybe sooner. I don't know when I go back to West Virginia. Just depends on how busy Mom and them get when everybody release all their W-2s, I guess. Okay. Mesh caught my brown ribbon. Okay, guys. Here we go. I'm going to quit at this because I have kept you all on here long enough. So, there you go. And I'll definitely take a picture. And it'll be on my Etsy too. I'll put it on my Etsy page. Once I get a picture and all that. So, there's the end result. like I said, sorry I had y'all on here for so long. Thanks for keeping me company. And I don't know, next week I'll probably do a rail, so it'll be kind of short and sweet, hopefully. Thank you, Patricia. Appreciate it. I'll have to kind of straighten out the bow a little bit too, but I'll mess with it afterwards. Okay, guys. Thanks for being here with me. Like I said, I kept you on here too long, and I'll get a picture of it and post it on my page. And I don't know if I'll add it to my Etsy shop tonight or tomorrow. My knees are hurting pretty bad, so it'll probably be tomorrow. That way I can also get a picture of it on our door. That way I can have good pictures for Etsy. So I'll guess see you all next Thursday. So I will let you ladies go and have a good evening and a good weekend, and everybody stay safe and warm, all y'all that's getting all this snow. So thank you guys. See ya.